I was looking for ways to still train, but also kind of train in a more directed way, get the result I want. And I know it's going to take time, but still get the result, in a much more expedited manner or fashion. So at the time I was really hammering IR, ER for both hip and shoulder, but I kind of wanted to, go into more throughout the whole body. Luckily, you made your platform available at the perfect time. So that was fantastic. Now I have like what I need to do, how I need to do it, and my routine. With everything I've done since I started your platform, I have seen a difference. Honestly, my hip flexion has gotten so much better since doing the human infrastructure classes. My left hip is the hip with the impingement, and it's gotten a lot better with those classes, along with the middle splits class. I mean, honestly, out of all the classes I've done, that one I do every single week. So my hip abduction too has gotten a lot better on my left and right side, and hip flexion both on both sides. But I have to say, from the hip down, it's gotten a lot better with your platform. My toes, a lot better. My feet, a lot better. Ankle, way better. And I love the ankles and the middle splits work. And then when my back starts to hurt, I go to the back stuff. And then I do that and I'm like, man, I feel great. Let's go back to the hips. You know how you have the human infrastructure, like I follow that to the T. Every 6 weeks you do these and just do those and I'll get it. And it worked. It really worked for my hip flexion. It was crazy. Because I still feel the impingement a little, but I can lift my hip higher now with a much more bigger range of motion. So for that sense, like, it's been great. And then also the hip ER and IR, it's helped that too. And the abduction, it's just been great. Like, if it's my back that's been really bugging me, then I'll do the full spine class, do the whole full spine class. And then if my thoracic is kind of like real tight or my low back is tight, I'll kind of do a density class with the thoracic or the lumbar. And that, after I do that, the whole rest of the weekend, I feel good. When I do it consistently, along with the spine segmentation work, it starts to feel a lot better. But my shoulder pain that I used to have is gone. And actually, what's crazy too is the popping. I don't have any popping in my shoulders anymore, which is another thing that I always used to have in my shoulders, was popping. And also the popping in my hips has decreased a lot. So that's been kind of crazy to just not hear anymore. But hip section, shoulder section, and then all those classes, like, I do those a lot. So I want to say, like, those two sections, I'm in there all the time. So those are the ones I rely on heavily. So those have been huge. And what I find super fascinating is the feet stuff. Like, I do that just because I enjoy it. Ever since then, I was fascinated with moving your feet and having them move correctly, because it's a huge difference that nobody even considers at all. And I just find that information in those classes and anything to do with that just fascinating. I mean, I've been doing this, I think now it's been almost 2 years now. And the knowledge I know now is just, man, I love the platform. And I love how you've added things for not only myself, but for everybody else on there that, I wouldn't even thought I needed, but I'm like, oh shoot, this could work. I need this.